Well, here we are.
Wait, my face is oily.
Taking the last drive, morning drive to high school for KK. This is the last time we'll have to do this. It's the end of an era. Era. So, it's a really amazing moment, realizing that your last baby is graduating. She's not amused.
I'm not. Maybe not. It's yellow. Okay.
Yellow? That means stop. See, this is
That
the
means
problem.
go.
This is the problem that we're having. My daughter thinks that yellow means go.
It does. It really does.
People who abide by the law
Oh, Dad.
understand that yellow means you stop. It's prepare to stop.
Prepare to go.
Speaking of go, I'm gonna have to step up my game. Speed up a little bit. Last night we saw Etowanda, the school Jonathan went to, graduated. Rancho, the school I thought the kids were gonna go to, they graduated. And today, Osos is doing her thing tonight. I think we gotta be there around 4:30 or something. So I just thought it'd be momentous. That's right. I have
Got words this morning.
this is what I do.
That's what I do.
To record the drive just for a few minutes.
All right, y'all.
Since it's the last time, I'm going to have to take any child to school in the morning.
Okay.
So I thought it'd be good for some history and take us back. The year 1875.
Oh my mercy.
The Alonis C. Wilbur III made a decree that his kids was all gonna go to school. And so they went.
All right.
KK and I take this path pretty much almost every morning. The freeway is just over there. You can barely see it. I don't have, sometimes we go that way, but most of the time we take this path in the streets. Because like my dad said, we know the streets.
I cannot make it up, y'all. Oh my goodness.
So, hey, it's kind of interesting. We're following a Corvette this morning. I don't know why it's interesting, but it is. Let me clean my glass up. We moved here to this area back in 2015, I think? 14. Yeah, December 14, that's right. Right before Christmas. That's a wonderful testimony. What's wrong with you? Cold. We came out here and Jeremy said, this is a nice area. So we said, okay, let's take a look and see what the houses look like. And we realized that the property value was great. You could get a whole lot of house for about even less than half of what a nice house would cost in LA. So, and they had much better schools. It's cleaner. Kids can ride bikes out here and they got to worry about nothing. Remember, we were coming from Inglewood. So there were, you had to be on your game. So coming out here, you don't have to be on your game. And it's a perfect mix of everybody, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever. Everybody all lives together. Everybody's pretty much a homeowner. So, there just aren't a lot of issues here. And so, got a little morning traffic. I don't know why. Why is there traffic?
So, I don't know. It's not that hard to turn.
It's not that hard to turn. There's a mountainside. There's KK. So we ended up, we were told that our credit was terrible. People told us that we could never buy a house or never do anything because we had bad credit. So we believed God. Next thing you know, within 2 weeks of moving out here, we had rented a home. When everyone, well, not everyone, a few people thought it would never happen. I'm not poking at anybody, but some of these same people who talk negative were Christians just like us. So how is it that if we believe, why didn't you just believe with us instead of talking that negative stuff? But nevertheless, that was quite a long time ago. And here we are now on our third property since we've been here, of which we bought two. It's the third house, second house we bought out here. And now I'm taking my daughter for her last day. Well, actually yesterday was the last day. Today they're doing training this morning, practice for graduation. Sorry, guy, I can't let you go. I got to get out of here. My lovely daughter will have her driver's license probably
tomorrow.
I was just told tomorrow. And she'll be on her way to Cal Baptist University. Yep. They got a blue tag on their car. That's unique.
That's dope.
But you can't see it at night, though. I don't know why the police allow that. I would think you couldn't see it at night.
You might have a light on.
Hey, they got an S on their garage door. They weren't supposed to buy that house for, S is for shell. You know that.
Oh, grab
When you
it.
look up S in the dictionary, all it says is shell. There's no other word associated. So we're going to enjoy this moment. I remember the first day we took Jonathan to school, and how bad that was. A rough time. Even though he was only going to be there about 6 hours, in preschool and all that. But it sure felt like a long time, and Katie wasn't yet with us. Then Jeremy came along, and he joined his brother at the preschool eventually. And then, because it was easier for us, Katie started preschool like 6 months before her brothers did. Much younger. She wasn't even supposed to be there, but they took her anyway, so that we all could drop them all off in one shot. Looking back on it, I'm sure they were very happy because we were paying $1,000 a month for preschool back then, which was a lot back then. It probably still is. I don't know what it costs now. We were paying $1,000 a month, so I'm sure they took Katie and got that money. And then we went to that preschool, and that preschool really was horrible. And we found out a lot of things about it when the kids got older that they just didn't tell us when they were younger. But there were also things that Mommy and I felt and saw that we didn't like, and we addressed them. But there was just a lot more going on that we just didn't know. And once we realized what was happening, we got our kids out of that school and went to another elementary school that was great, and it was a real blessing because the teachers were really friendly. They were really trying to help the kids, and they disciplined them differently. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. The preschool was made up of us, all us. And they were really, really, really hard on the kids. Really hard. I mean, pinching them. I think someone got swatted. Swat is okay, I get that. But sometimes they didn't really use discretion or take the time to figure out a kid's buttons. They just treated them all the same, what you're supposed to do. But, some kids you can yell at. Some kids you can just talk to and get the same results from both. they didn't even take the time to do that. They were just rough, putting them on punishments, and it was terrible, 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 terrible. So we went to the other school that was made up of teachers, mostly salt, but they had a black principal who was a family member and so she took us in, and the kids excelled. They did a lot better. Then when we sold our house in Inglewood, we came out here, and they had told us that Jeremy, well, in LA, they said that Jeremy had all this learning disabilities and dyslexia and all this kind of stuff, and he needed special attention and special help. Well, within the first couple of days of our kids being in the schools out here, they recognized that there was an issue. They put him in a special class, and he started growing. But here's the kicker. Two things happened. One, I read this book, well, not a book, but I read an article, and it talked about how hugging your kids improves their grades. Simply because I guess they just feel confident. I don't know what it was, but I started hugging Jeremy more. And he also made a decision that he doesn't want to be in that class. So we just found it interesting that when we started hugging him more, hugging all the kids really for that matter, and Jeremy making a decision that he wasn't going to be in that class anymore, all of a sudden, he's excelling in school. No medications, no therapies, no all that stuff. He made a decision. And a little extra love. Then he goes on, and every school he went to, from junior high to high school, he was the man. Some of you saw he was on the homecoming court for the prom, right?
Homecoming court.
Homecoming court. He was in all sorts of clubs. He did great in school, and he went on to go to college when they were telling him he had issues reading when he was in elementary school. But he made a decision, and love took over as well. And none of that stuff needed. So here we are now at the school. Katie did great. She started really caring about school, I think in 11th grade. You know, this senior year, she really just took a hold of her own life and excelled. Did great. Took care of her own grades. She just made senior year for us really easy. We had nothing to worry about. She took care of everything. Everything. So now we're in line this morning, getting ready to drop her off for practice for her graduation ceremony. And I'm taking in this last moment because this is, like I said, once again, the last time I have to take any of our kids to school. The end of an era. Era. Yep. Yep.
Look at the G-Wagon.
Yeah, that's her favorite vehicle. One of them.
Clean.
Yeah, it's clean. It's clean. I give you that. And just made the turn. Come this way every morning. Today it ends. And that's pretty much how it's been. Katie yawns through stuff. We go, this is great. She just yawns. Yep. She's had great friends in school. Part of them were actually my crew.
Oh, brother.
She had K-Loke and another girl named Dakin and Kaiwata.
Yes.
Of course, those are all names I gave them. Their real names I shall not divulge.
Divulge. Oh, there's Kylie. Oh, sorry.
Where's Kaiwata?
Right there. In the
Brown?
Yeah.
There's Kaiwata, but I ain't gonna show you her. Hey, that's Dakin too, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let you bounce.
Alright, bye, Daddy.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
What time? I guess text me.
Yeah, I don't even know when this ends, bro.
I'm gonna say 2 hours.
Bye, Daddy.
All right. All these seniors coming in to get ready to practice. Hello, police officer. She left her water. Oh, they don't let her take it in, I imagine. It's a trip how everybody's wearing pajamas. 7:30 in the morning. It's probably 50 degrees. Drizzling. They got on pajamas. Hey dudes, what's up? What's up? Security. Oh, looks like they're gonna go in the auditorium. That's good. So they'll probably talk it over a little bit. And after they talk, I'm pretty sure they'll probably hit the stadium. Oh, these seniors. What a great time. Plus the trip is, this is probably one of the higher rated schools in the area. So I was really, really concerned about them going to this school because I just didn't know if they could hack the curriculum. Because, yeah, I just didn't know. I was really concerned when we came to this school. What happened? Well, John didn't come because he graduated before. But Jeremy just blew up and excelled, like I said. He was in all sorts of clubs and he was Mr. High School. Everybody knew him. I'd walk on the campus, people would say, "Hi, Mr. Shell," that I didn't even know who they were and still haven't seen them to this day again. But Jeremy was the man at this school. Now, and Katie was almost just the opposite. She was very quiet, but had a lot of friends. So, anyway, they did it. They did it, and I am extremely happy. Extremely proud. And just really appreciative and thanking God for what he did with my children. We did it. We got them through high school. They can go on and start their lives doing whatever they're going to do. But I know, like many of you know, yeah, high school's over, but that's another stage. Jeremy's in school at college. His sister's going to be going to college. John's in college. So, yeah, it's the end of an era for sure. But I guess the biggest thing that changes is we don't have to take them to school anymore. They drive themselves. And they're pretty much managing their own lives from this point. We just assist them. And so they can guide them when they need guidance or ask for guidance. But I'm just looking forward to this next stage in life in Christ with the kids as they're becoming mature young adults, and just appreciative and thank God that I had this opportunity to watch the kids grow. Wish I had more time to spend with my oldest son, Zadrian. But I was there for graduations and all that kind of stuff, but that's another whole story. But nevertheless, I kind of wish he was around a little more to take part in things like this. But once again, thank you for tuning in. I'm glad that I had this moment together, like Mr. Rogers used to say. And it's just nice to be able to document the last day of taking my kids to school. Signing out.